Hi, everyone. Welcome back to English Podcast Journey. I'm Emma, and today I'm going to share something simple but very helpful for improving your English listening and speaking skills. In this episode, I'll talk about my daily routine from the moment I wake up until the time I go to bed. You'll hear natural English sentences that describe everyday actions so you can learn how to talk about your own day in English too. I'll speak slowly and clearly, so even if you're a beginner, you can follow along easily. Listening to this kind of slow English is one of the best ways to train your ears and improve your fluency. You'll not only understand how to describe actions like waking up, eating breakfast, or going to work, but also learn useful phrases that you can start using today. So, as you listen, imagine your own daily routine. Try to repeat after me when you can. This is a simple but powerful exercise. When you describe your life in English every day, you start thinking in English without even realizing it. All right, let's begin my day together. Every day, my morning starts around 6:30. The first sound I hear is my alarm ringing beside my bed. I don't wake up very quickly. I take a deep breath, stretch my arms, and just stay still for a moment. It helps me to start my day with a calm and peaceful mind. After that, I sit up and open the window. I love feeling the cool morning air on my face. It feels fresh and gives me energy. Sometimes I can hear birds singing outside, and that sound always makes me smile. I take a few deep breaths and say to myself, "Today will be a good day." This simple sentence gives me positive energy for the day ahead. Then I go to the bathroom to brush my teeth and wash my face. I use cold water because it helps me wake up fully. After that, I look in the mirror and smile. It might sound funny, but smiling in the morning really changes how I feel. It makes me more confident and ready to face the day. Next, I prepare a cup of warm tea. I usually sit near the window and enjoy it quietly while the world outside is still calm. Sometimes I read a few pages from an English book or listen to a short podcast. This small habit helps me start my day with focus and learning. After my tea, I take a quick shower and get dressed. I prefer light and comfortable clothes because they make me feel free and relaxed. Before I leave my room, I always make my bed. It's a small task, but it gives me a sense of order and discipline. After lunch, I usually take some time to relax. Sometimes I listen to music or scroll through social media for a few minutes. It's my little break before I get back to work. I think having a short rest after lunch really helps me feel refreshed and focused again. In the afternoon, I often work on new ideas for podcast episodes or YouTube videos. I like to brainstorm topics that can help learners improve their English and confidence. I usually write notes, check comments from listeners, and plan what to record next. If I'm not working on that, I might read an English article or watch a short documentary to learn something new. Around 5 in the evening, I take a short walk outside. It's one of my favorite parts of the day. Walking helps me clear my mind after hours of sitting and thinking. Sometimes I use that time to listen to English podcasts too. That way, I'm improving my listening skills while enjoying some fresh air. When I return home, I make dinner. I prefer light meals at night, like soup, rice, or vegetables. While cooking, I often practice speaking to myself in English. For example, I describe what I'm doing. I say things like, now I'm chopping the vegetables, or I'm boiling the water. It's a fun and easy way to improve fluency through daily habits. After dinner, I clean up the kitchen and then relax again. Sometimes I watch a TV show or a YouTube video in English. I try to choose shows with subtitles so I can learn new words and pronunciation naturally. Later in the night, I prepare for the next day. I write down my to-do list, check my messages, and make sure my workspace is ready. Having a plan helps me stay organized and productive. Finally, before going to bed, I read for about 15 minutes. Reading in English before sleeping improves vocabulary and gives a peaceful end to the day. Then I turn off the lights and sleep around 11 p.m. That's my daily routine. Simple, balanced, and filled with small ways to keep improving English every day.
After I finish my evening reading, I usually spend some time reflecting on the day. I think about what I accomplished, what went well, and what I could improve tomorrow. Reflection is an important habit because it helps me stay mindful and aware of my progress, not just in English learning, but in life in general. Sometimes I also write a short journal entry in English. I describe what I did, how I felt, and what I learned. Writing like this helps me practice grammar, vocabulary, and expressing my thoughts clearly. It doesn't have to be long or perfect. The key is to keep writing regularly. While journaling, I also like to review new words I learned during the day. Maybe it was a word from a podcast, a YouTube video, or a conversation. I try to use those words in sentences to remember them better. For example, if I learned the word grateful, I might write, I feel grateful for the productive day I had today. Small steps like this help make learning English a natural part of daily life. Some evenings, I also practice speaking aloud. I talk to myself about my day, the news, or even something I'm planning for tomorrow. Speaking to yourself might feel a little strange at first, but it really improves fluency. And remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being comfortable using English every day. Practicing daily, even for a few minutes, makes a huge difference over time. Before going to bed, I sometimes listen to slow English podcasts or audio lessons. This helps me wind down and also exposes me to natural pronunciation. I try to focus on listening carefully, noticing the rhythm, stress, and intonation of English sentences. At the same time, I silently repeat words and phrases in my mind to practice pronunciation without needing to speak aloud. This combination of listening and mental repetition makes the learning process effortless, especially before sleep. I also like to plan a few simple goals for the next day. It could be as small as using 5 new English words in conversations or reading one article in English. Having small, achievable goals keeps me motivated. I've learned that learning English isn't just about big study sessions. It's about consistent, daily habits. Every tiny step counts. And sometimes I share short updates about my routine or what I learned with friends who are also learning English. This keeps me accountable and encourages conversation in English. It doesn't matter if the sentences are simple or short. The key is to practice expressing thoughts clearly. By making English a regular part of your daily life, it becomes natural, like brushing your teeth or making breakfast. Finally, after all these small steps, I get ready for bed. I turn off my devices, do a few stretches, and think about what I'm grateful for. I found that ending the day on a positive note improves my sleep
and helps me start the next day fresh. And while I sleep, my brain continues to process everything I've learned, including English. That's why listening or practicing English slowly throughout the day and night makes such a big difference. So, that's my full daily routine. A simple, balanced schedule with plenty of moments to practice English naturally. Remember, it's not about spending hours studying each day. It's about consistency, small steps, and enjoying the process. Even if you start with just 10 or 15 minutes, practicing English every day will make you more confident over time. Now, it's your turn. Try creating your own daily routine in English. Speak about your day, write down new words, or just describe what you did today. Little by little, you will notice improvement. And if you enjoyed listening to my routine, make sure to like this video, comment below with your own daily habits, and subscribe for more helpful English practice every single day.